Well, thank you, Google. Now my mind is racing. I'm sorry to tell you all this, but I'm gonna have to just break the news one way or another. Google says you're all dying. Google says every one of y'all are dead, or you're all in the process of decay as we speak. You heard me right. I'm not just making this up. You're all dying. I got that straight from Google. Come on, girls. Hold on, Stella. I'll help you, sweetie. Come on, Ritzy. I got you, Stella. Come on, love. Oh, come on, Spritzy. Spritzy. Lord. All right, we're here. Get down, get down, get down. Hey folks, Lester here, and I'm at the J&L Ranch property, and I'm a little bit concerned about something. I'm going to turn my camera around and show you what I've noticed, and then I would like to get your feedback on this. If you have any suggestions or ideas, get back with me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it and figure out what's going on. All right, so as you all know, we were told by the lady at the feed store that if we notice our cows laying around all day, then we should probably move the feed buggy off and kind of move it back and forth, a day on, a day off, and whatnot. You have to keep your cows active. You have to keep the cows up and moving for the well-being of your animals. However, that doesn't seem to be working. I don't know exactly what is going on here, but I want to zoom my camera in as far as I can and show you that the cows are in the same place today as they were yesterday at around this same time. And they're also all laying around. They're laying around. I see little Gary is standing. I see Pearl is standing, looking this way actually. And I see Jezebel. Those are the only three cows of all that are up and standing. And so it's not that their bellies are full because they've not had the grain buggy in over 24 hours. But why are the cows being so inactive? I really don't understand why the cows are being so darn inactive. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get on the side-by-side and drive over, and we'll have a little look. But I want to show you something that may gross a lot of people out. You know what? I don't have to get a close-up. You can look at an animal's poop, and it can tell you a whole lot. And I'm over here looking at the barn where the animals have spent some time, obviously. And you can see there's several animals have used the restroom there inside the barn, and there's nothing that looks to be out of the ordinary based on how animal poop should look, the cow poop in particular. So I don't think that anyone has tummy issues. They're not laying around for tummy issues. So my question is, are they laying around because they've gotten lazy? Has the fact that they've had a feed buggy in there for a month and a half made them lazy and dependent on the feed buggy? That's a serious question. I'm asking a serious question here. Is that possible that they've become sloth and lazy because they assume if they hold out long enough, I'll drop that feed buggy back off. They can walk up and eat from the buggy and not have to do their job, which is to graze across our pastures. You can see for yourselves, we have a lot of grass out here. Even more in the back. Everything is a beautiful green. It's new grass, meaning it's all new growth. Even the trees are starting to bloom here in the first week of March. And so our cows should be up filling their bellies with God's greatness, yet they're not. And that is alarming. That's quite alarming to me. So not real sure what your thoughts are. If you're a cow person, or if you know a cow person and you want to ask, I would appreciate that. Of course, I'll return to the comments later and find out what you're all saying. And we welcome your advice, your opinions. So let's talk about the feed buggy for a minute, and go ahead and I'll answer your questions about that. Now, we all know that the feed buggy is filled with a special formula for winter. It's a winter mix. It has a weight gainer, and I will admit that all the cows are looking amazing as far as their weight goes. There's also minerals mixed into all this feed. There's a salt limiter, which does not allow them to overeat. And for the most part, they love this thing. They have gone through a full 4 tons, which is 8,000 pounds. We took it back about, well, I would say 2 weeks ago and refilled it, and they're going through that pretty fast. But what I've been doing is like I was told. The lady says, if you notice your cows laying around a lot, even though you have grass to be eaten, then you should remove the buggy for a couple of days and rotate it back and forth. And so that's what I've been doing. Yet here they are all sitting around, laying around, I guess wondering and waiting for me to move this buggy back for them. Because I can almost promise you, if I move this buggy back, they're all going to get up and run over here to it, like they've been starving. So is it that they just become dependent on food being given to them? And then that reminds me of something. This is a quote that I remember from somewhere. I forgot where I heard this, but it says, you give a man food, he'll eat for a day. You teach him to grow his food, he'll eat for a lifetime. You give a cow food, they eat for a day. And that's exactly what these guys over here are doing. Uh-oh, my friends, we have problems. All right, well, here we are. I just pulled up on a whole bunch of what appears to be lazy cows. You heard me right. Guys, you hate to admit that, but it's true. They seem to have no desire to get up and move around whatsoever. I'm watching Loretta go to the restroom. I'm just trying to see if everything seems to be coming out fine. So she's just teeting, so she's fine. I don't see anything to alarm me. The cows are all, they seem to be alert. They all know that I'm here. They're all staring at me. But I don't know why they're not up and moving about. And let's not all sit there and holler and yell, say, oh, well, it's probably gonna rain. It's probably gonna rain. It's probably gonna rain. Yes, so I do understand the myth or the old wives' tale about rain and cows laying down and all that. But guys, cows will lay down in heavy rains, obviously to protect themselves, their underbelly, to stay warm in really cold weather. But for the most part, cows don't lay down just because it may rain. So if you've heard that your whole life, that is just that's a myth. All right, so actually Loretta is going to the restroom. She's doing the number 2. So I'll be able to walk over once she's done and make sure that everything seems to be fine with that. And that might give us a good indicator of if there's something going on with their inner health. So something else that may gross a lot of people out, even though anyone familiar with farm life, it's not going to bother you at all. If we were to let our vet know that we may have an issue, she would actually ask us to collect a sample of that and bring it in. Hi, sweetie. How you feeling, my love? Why are you all being so lazy? Can you help answer that question for Daddy? Why y'all all being so lazy? Is everything all right? Okay. Sweetie, you okay? So Loretta, Loretta got up, used the restroom, and then laid back down. What is that all about? And now Danny's gonna get up and use the restroom. Sweetie, are all y'all sick? All right, so the poop is fine. I don't mean to gross you all out. Like I say, it's hard to make a video, a real video, if you want to know the real ins and outs of farming. So everything seems to be fine. A little bit wettish, you might say, a little bit wettish, but it's not diarrhea. It's not scours. But I don't know. All right, so I am not going to put the feed buggy back in the pasture today. I'm going to do a couple of jobs up around the barn, and I'm gonna make them get up and eat. If they want to eat, they're gonna have to work for it. And all that means is walk around and graze. I'm not going to continue to allow them to be so lazy by bringing the food to them. I'm not gonna do that. They're gonna have to get up and go eat. Did y'all see that? When I first pulled up, Ruby got up and walked over here to me. I walked back to the side-by-side and she lays back down. They don't want to be up. You're all dying. I got that straight from Google. I just Googled it. Don't be upset with me. Don't hate the messenger. Not you, sweetie. You're gonna live on. You will live on. But the rest of them,
don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
yeah, something like that.